Good afternoon, everybody. This is Irene Weisman, immigration attorney. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2024. And the topic of today's discussion will be criminal convictions and arrests in the context of immigration law. So there are a few things that I want to discuss. So no matter how old your conviction is, it's going to matter for the purposes of immigration law. I hear this very often from prospective clients. Oh, this happened 20 years ago, or it's just a misdemeanor. It was very minor, just a misdemeanor. Please understand that the context of an arrest and conviction in criminal law is very different from its impact on immigration law and the immigration consequences of criminal convictions. So no matter how minor, no matter how long ago, it's all going to be relevant. It may not have an impact on the outcome of your case. I can still submit that green card application. I may still submit that citizenship application, okay? But we have to disclose. We must disclose, okay? It will come up, they will know about it, no matter how long ago, no matter how minor, okay? So very, very important. All citations, all arrests, anything that you're doubting, please tell your attorney about it. And if you don't have an attorney, get an attorney, okay? Get a disposition, go to the court where this happened, okay? So, if you were arrested in Manhattan, okay, go to Manhattan Criminal Court. If you were arrested in Queens, go down to Queens Criminal Court. If it became more serious, so if the arrest was serious enough, and it may have initially started in the criminal court, it's possible that it moved up to the Supreme Court of that specific county, okay? Get a disposition. It's a must. Certified disposition, you got to pay a little extra. Every state that charges differently. Here in New York, it's $10 for a certified disposition, and bring that to an attorney. An attorney will evaluate it and decide whether that particular conviction or arrest will have an impact on the outcome of your immigration case. Sometimes it may be serious enough where we decide not to file something, okay? Sometimes you go, conviction for assault, but then it will depend on which degree, for example, okay? Some of it may be misdemeanor, some of it may be a felony. It just, it all depends. It may have happened a long time ago. Some of those convictions are waivable, okay? Remember I spoke about that beautiful 601 waiver, okay? This is another context where we can use a 601 waiver to waive some of the criminal convictions that you may have, to determine whether your conviction is waivable or not. I need to review that disposition, okay? So if you have been arrested, no matter how long ago, go to the courthouse, get the disposition. If you know you have been arrested, but for example, you may not remember where it happened, you can do like an FBI background check. You can do it yourself. It's very easy. You can do it online now, $18. It will give you a list of all the arrests. It will tell you where it happened. Then you can go to the county where it happened, obtain the dispositions. I'm not gonna lie to you, some dispositions are more difficult to obtain. For example, I have had clients arrested in some very remote areas of Alabama or North or South Carolina, very small courthouses, where it could have been a little bit more difficult to obtain that disposition. But it's still doable. We did it and we got it done. And then we worked with it. You just need it. Basically, no matter which application you're filing with USCIS, you got to disclose arrests, okay? It's very important. And if you don't disclose, but you have been arrested, that's fraud. You're misrepresenting your information on an application. If you have a conviction, an arrest, a conviction from your home country or another country, please disclose that to your lawyer. That's also very important. There are also judgments. It may not look like a disposition like we see here in the United States, but there's going to be a judgment from the court, and your attorney needs to review that. If it's not in the English language, it will have to be certified translated into English, and the lawyer must review it. Again, pretty much any application you submit, you got to put it in there, okay? Very, very important. So, if and when in doubt, speak to your lawyer, okay? Figure out how many and when it happened. It may have no impact on the outcome of your immigration case, but not disclosing it will have a huge impact on the outcome of your immigration case. Some attorneys may tell you, okay, you got a conviction, nothing we can do. More knowledgeable attorneys will be able to assess that conviction to see whether a waiver can be used, okay? Sometimes it's a bad conviction and the waiver cannot help. And the only thing that can help is vacating that conviction. So let's talk about vacating. There is expungement, and then there is vacation of a conviction. Expungement does not work for the purposes of immigration law. If a conviction was expunged, it's still a conviction for purposes of immigration law. You still have to disclose it, and you have to provide the disposition. If a conviction was vacated, meaning that your attorney made a 440 motion to reopen that conviction, basically open up that whole can of worms one more time, and let's say they were able to plea it down once they reopened it under constitutional grounds, then that would work for the purposes of immigration law. If it was vacated on any other grounds other than constitutional grounds, then chances are it's not gonna work for the purposes of immigration law. Okay, so if you need a conviction vacated, that can happen, that actually happens frequently, then depends on which grounds you can get it vacated. If constitutional, then we can work with it, and once again, your immigration attorney will have to analyze it and see what happens, and then potentially you can discuss applying for whatever it is you wish to apply for, because obviously that conviction disqualified you from applying for that something. Okay, so just remember that. If conviction is vacated, it has to be vacated on constitutional grounds. If it was expunged, it doesn't work for immigration purposes. You still have to list it and provide the disposition. Okay? Have a great evening, everybody. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.